Jacob.
I'm Uri.
And we're going for a drive.
2024 Lamborghini Urus Performante.
With launch control. Oh, wow, that was really smooth.
Horsepower and torque.
657 horsepower, 627 pound-feet of torque from a 4-liter twin-turbo V8.
Yeah, that was smooth. It didn't like kick you back, slap you around.
No, I guess because the launch probably smooths out the shifts to get a faster 0 to 60 time, I'm assuming.
That was pretty chill, but also very quick.
Yeah.
We'll try it again.
So the Performante is obviously the faster version of the Urus because, yes, we obviously need a faster version of the Urus.
And since there's a plug-in hybrid now, I guess this is the top dog of non-electrified.
Yes, this would be the top performance trim. And I'm just going to try and not launch, but just floor it. Let's see the shifts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Way more aggressive.
So, yeah, when you're not in launch, okay, so it's optimizing it for speed.
Yeah.
We just want brah, grah, grah.
Yeah, which makes sense because a lot of car companies are kind of doing that, which kind of gives you the smoothness to get the fastest speed, but if you want the just like fun, you can get it by just flooring the car.
Performante is performance. It's not emotionante, or however you'd say emotion in Italian.
Yes, that's right.
Is that one of these drive modes?
Possibly, I'm not really sure. No. And we have previously driven the Huracan Performante, so yeah, you get the performance trim of every single vehicle with that name. So in launch control, 0 to 60 is around 3 seconds, and it's ridiculously fast. Now, there are some changes with this. Yuri, would you like to get to them?
Yes. A ton of carbon fiber.
Yes.
We got it at the front, on the lip, everything. We even have the roof. We got carbon fiber side skirts.
And we have a
fender flares.
And a spoiler on the trunk.
And a spoiler, yes, that we didn't have in the other Urus.
Yep.
So you get more downforce there too, which was probably good on track, which we will not take this on, but the press event did, and it was actually kind of crazy. I'm like, all right.
They even have a performance track tire option available for this car.
But when I drove the last Urus, it was like the best handling SUV that I'd ever driven.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I feel like it still is.
Yeah. And part of the handling upgrades for this actually includes removing the air suspension and doing fixed regular steel springs on this.
With adjustable dampers.
Yes.
And then it drops it down like 2 centimeters too?
Yeah, so apparently, I'm just gonna do a little bit of handling here, and yeah, this thing absolutely rips. Like this, I mean...
It just sticks to the road, even more than the last one did, which was already crazy.
Exactly, and so there is one actually below this, which is kind of crazy to say, but it's the Urus S, which we haven't driven.
We might have driven that on the track when we went ice driving. It was hard to remember because we were so obsessed with the Huracan that day.
Yes, but I think we did also drive this one on the ice track, if you can call it that, literally on a frozen lake. And I remember it being kind of bumpy there, but here, I honestly don't think it's that like oversprung. I don't think it's that crazy damped.
We're in Corsa right now, so if you go to Strada.
Yes, let's go Strada, which is chill mode.
Then that's the way to get the chillest dampers, like the comfiest, and it is actually very livable and comfy.
I'm very surprised.
I was shocked. I'm like, I'm gonna be in this bumpy car. I can't drive my kid around in the back seat. She's gonna hate it, but I could.
Yeah.
The seat fit back there, and shout out, my kid was like, why is the door so soft? I'm like, it's money.
Yeah.
She's like, orange seatbelts. Wow. I'm like, do you want one? She's like, yes.
Money.
Now I need to buy an Urus so my kid can have orange seatbelts.
And there's actually peasant blockers back there, which is pretty sick.
So this is built for children.
Yeah, and I was watching this small YouTube channel, Matt Armstrong. You may have heard of him. He did orange seatbelts in his rebuild for his wife, which is actually, girlfriend for his, which is pretty cool. And the cool thing about these springs is that it lowers it, gives it a crazy stance, and it's about 1 inch lower than the Urus S in normal mode.
It's like perfect height, perfect stance.
The stance is crazy for an SUV.
I love it. And then, on top of all that, absolutely
into Corsa.
Love this wheel design.
Oh yeah, Lambo kills
It's like a flower / star, like the brush part, the way it pops off when the light hits it just right, and then we got carbon ceramics and orange brake calipers. Like, that is sick.
And these are the optional 23-inch wheels, and we are getting into winter tire season, everyone. So I think now would be a good time for everyone to go to continentaltire.com/TheStraightPipes to check your recommended tire. Probably a winter tire at this point, unless you're in Florida. And like the regular Urus, we still do have active anti-roll bars, which definitely helps with handling. It's kind of like the Aston Martin DBX when we drove that. Like, that felt very flat. This also feels very, very flat.
Yeah, unbelievably flat.
And then the all-wheel drive system is even more heavily rear biased, and They did something cool with the drive modes because the regular Urus, I'm just going to keep saying it like that because the Urus is so crazy, has a bunch of kind of off-road oriented modes.
It's like sand and stuff? Or
yeah,
whatever.
Neve, Terra, that stuff. So they got rid of those and they added Rally for this, which is like more heavily rear biased for like
it's just
drifting.
drift mode?
Sort of, yeah.
I guess if this is like, the same company as Volkswagen, is this like Golf R drift mode?
Well, yeah, I guess there would be some sort of Audi drift mode because
does Audi have a drift mode?
I think they do on the RS3, which we haven't driven yet. Yeah, because that just actually came back to Canada.
Just got legal for Canada, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Audi, for doing that. Different car company.
But then we do have our custom modes on the right.
Yes.
And it is kind of weird. So like, I was driving my kid around in this, and I'm like, I want to give her some backfires and stuff, so I wanted to get out of Strada. I want to go into sport, but I'm like, do I want to be driving around with like ESC and like safety stuff off, because it turns that off right when you go to sport and you can't turn it back on.
That's right, it's tied to the drive mode.
So I guess my only complaint is I can't have cool exhaust and stuff without having ESC, traction, and like some safety stuff off.
Yeah, because your ego mode, which is your individual mode, that button that looks like it's a differential type thing is actually tied to your traction.
It's your drive mode and traction combined.
Yes.
Kind of like like all Italian cars kind of do that.
Which gives you like the backfires and stuff. So actually, let's take a listen right now to the outside. And let's take a listen to the inside.
Downshift in this tunnel.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Lots of
good,
backfires. But then what the other two buttons control, pretty obvious from the icons, is your steering and your dampers. And honestly, like I said earlier, like this in even the stiffest damper mode is not that bad. Which
not as bad as I thought it'd be.
I fully expected to just be spine punished driving this thing, but I'm really not. Like, this road is pretty bad right now, and we're in Corsa, and it's fine. So I could dial this into Ego, go super soft, and put it into smooth mode.
And if your spine is hurting, just turn on your massage seats.
That's right.
Because we still have massage seats.
Yeah, this thing absolutely rips. All right, Yuri, let's get you into the driver's seat to rip this thing and rip some massages.
Launch mode or just shifting?
Yeah, whatever you want, Yuri. You're in the driver's seat of this car review.
I kind of just want to put it into drive.
Ooh, the big shifter. That's not how you do it.
I know. It's the paddle. That was a test for the viewers.
That's a Lamborghini thing, which is cool.
Corsa. Yeah, I'm going to do launch control. I can't not do launch control. Come on.
Go for it. It's working. It's just blocking.
I need to get rid of the warning.
Yeah.
Launch possible. Yeah, that one was better.
Yeah. That launched so hard it moved our audio equipment. Okay, Yuri, now do one in just rally, which you can't do launch control, so just floor it.
No crackles there.
No? I guess rally, right?
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Give me Corsa. I was going to crackle under the tunnel.
Sorry, I didn't know it would do that.
I know.
Part of the tests. There you go. It's cool how it has so many different individual personalities depending on these drive modes, because there's so many little things tied to each mode that you don't really realize.
And they're all tuned very correctly.
Yes.
And then we got like a head-up display that changes, that makes it very clear when to shift, and our gauge cluster is awesome, shows when to shift. It's very like Huracan. Okay, what if we go to Strada mode, let it chill out, and then floor it like we're passing. Yeah. Perfect. And we still got a little bit of grrr, but it's not as loud. Like, it didn't open up the valves.
Exactly. But that 8-speed shifts really quick.
Oh, such a good transmission. Like, I don't mind that the paddles aren't attached to the column because it's an SUV. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and it's not a dual clutch transmission, so that's why when it builds boost off the line, it's not like slipping clutches or anything like that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's great. Fantastic.
Yeah. So then inside here, do you notice any chrome?
No, actually.
Oh, they blacked it out. Look, usually this is all chrome.
This is part of a package, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I like it though. Like, I like the interior, everything, how soft it is.
Yeah, we got carbon fiber matte in here, which is interesting.
Couple tests. Visor test.
Okay. Oh, dude, look at the stitching on the roof too.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
yeah.
fail.
I had the sun in my eyes and I couldn't do anything about it. And then I got my Timmy's cup of coffee, would not fit in this cup holder. You have to like ram it in. I think this is built for thinner Starbucks cups or maybe McDonald's.
Oh yeah, that is
But not Timmy's. Not designed with the Canadians in mind.
But it is cool now that I look down here, we do have seat presets for the driver and passengers, so that's nice.
Okay, on this road, it's like extra bumpy.
So now just, there we go.
Wow.
Shoulder right out. Big difference.
But then the exhaust doesn't go boom, boom.
Yeah. This almost feels EV-like, it's so quiet.
So then back to the looks, okay? We kind of got distracted with handling and all the fun power stuff of this.
Yeah.
It does look a little different. You know, it doesn't have a line that goes across the front bumper like the non-Performante.
Yeah, it's closer to the Huracan Performante.
Yeah.
Where like the paint is kind of just coming in from the sides.
And then in this dark army green color, like I guess it's not a, well, it's a...
Just army green.
Army green, yeah, light army green.
Yeah, very expensive army green.
But it is dark. It's like it's not like yellow where you'd really notice the difference. Like the black kind of blends with the green.
Right.
And it does look pretty cool.
And then we have carbon fiber on the hood, kind of like these like
vents
things.
there. The whole hood is carbon fiber.
Oh,
if we pop the hood, we can see that, and then that means it's time for the dipstick test. And I was checking around, and I'm like, where the heck is this dipstick? And then I realized it's a German car, so where is it?
Actually, it's an Italian car.
It's an Italian car. Sorry about that.
It is in the infotainment, so you do have to go through a couple menus, go into the settings, the vehicle system, and read what it says on the screen in order to check your oil level.
And what would be the TotalEnergies recommended oil for an Urus Performante?
That would be the Quartz 5W40. And always follow the manufacturer's recommended oil change guidelines.
And you may be wondering why I say it like that. Urus.
That is the correct way to say
not
it.
Urus or
Urus.
It's because the Lamborghini PR guy said Urus, and I like Lamborghinis, so I'm going to keep saying it Urus. Just like I say Porsche, because the Porsche guy told me to say Porsche.
Those are the correct pronunciations.
Those are our rules. All right. Corsa handling time.
Let's go. Whoa, beeping here. I'll put you in full manual too, so it's not going to upshift or downshift. This feels almost sickeningly fast.
This is faster than like I take any car, I think.
Yeah. Wow, that all-wheel drive system is working really well.
So cool.
Yeah.
Taking this to like a racetrack and just dummying cars would be so fun.
It would be hilarious, but at the same time, it's really expensive, so you also should be.
Yeah.
But it is an SUV at the end of the day.
Probably be going through a lot of brakes with all this wind stuff.
Brakes, tires.
But this is that Audi RS level of confidence that I get.
Yes, but even
Audi
more.
RSs. Even more, and then I guess similar to how like the SL and the Mercedes AMG GT63 just felt like
just planted.
Those new age 600 plus horsepower all-wheel drive cars with super sticky tires.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I think this is the best sounding version of this Volkswagen Audi Group 4-liter twin-turbo V8. It's just, they got the tone right.
And the backfires.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the pump thinness isn't even that bad.
No, it's really not. And this does also have rear wheel steering as well. It's not like crazy aggressive, but it's nice in parking lots and it is noticeable in a good way.
Speaking of parking lots, we got a 360 camera, but it is Porsche style, so it's like warpier than I would like.
Got it.
But you know, it's just nice to have. I just need a 360 camera on there. I love 360 cameras. You put a 360 camera on my 1990 Miata, I'll be happy as heck.
And then we do have wired or wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
Yes, that's nice. It just worked so easily to set up.
And then this nice little key slot right here, so you don't have to have it in your pocket.
Yeah, we got the hard button for your camera and parking assist, and then we have our climate stuff in this screen down here, our infotainment up there, and it's all pretty easy to use. Oh.
Look what I just noticed.
We have a traction off button. How did we not notice that?
I don't know. Does it do anything?
Oh, I'm already in.
Yeah, but it should be able to turn it back on then, right?
No, I don't think so. Okay. It's just for turning off traction. It's not for turning on traction. That's Italian car stuff.
No, it is. Okay, let's try Strada and then turn it off. Okay, so we have a button that seemingly does nothing while we're driving.
We might have to be at a stop.
Yeah, maybe try that. Here we go. Okay.
Okay. So
now go to Corsa. If I hold it that same amount of time to turn it back on. Now no ESC.
That just extra turns
it
off. That's the opposite of what I wanted.
Okay, so at least we figured that out.
Yeah.
So you get ESC Corsa and Corsa mode but then you can fully turn it off if you hold that, but then you can't turn it on with that button. Interesting.
Yeah, we're doing the hard-working investigative journalism.
That's right.
I.e. messing around with your buddies in cars like you do if you and your best friend got to drive cars together.
Yeah, and speaking of messing around with your buddies online, I checked out tsp.truecar.com because I wanted to see what the cheapest possible Urus I could get was. Yuri, do you have any idea how much that costs in the States right now?
Yes.
What's your guess?
$90K salvage.
Okay, I didn't see any salvage ones,
All
maybe
right.
because TrueCar doesn't have that.
$110K US white one.
Optimistic. Cheapest I saw was $150,000.
What color?
I don't remember, but they were all around the 150. You can get like a bunch of different colors.
Well, I think I saw people like in California or LA, 4 people will buy one together and then take turns using it. So that's for their business. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an Instagram
reel.
Yeah.
Which was probably a TikTok of the month before that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, other cool stuff. Do you fit in the back behind yourself?
I do, very comfortably, and these seats up here are also very comfortable. They're not crazy bolstered, so getting in and out is no problem.
Getting out, you think this lip is a little hard after a while?
I didn't find that.
There's like, it's a soft lip, but there's still like a lot of lip to it, so if you go over it, like it's still pressure on your thigh every single time, in and out. It's not like a super comfort seat. And then the door handle is like a button. It's like a digital door handle, or it's not like an actual physical like mechanism.
Well, it's controlling an electronic.
Yeah. So it's like a button controlled by a handle.
Yeah.
Okay, we still have a volume knob, which is sick.
Yep.
Love that. Thank you so much. No sunroof because of carbon fiber roof, but I like sunroofs, man.
Carbon fiber roof.
I know. Okay, trunk room, lots of trunk room.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it is a coupe.
Yep.
Coupey SUV, I don't mind that. And from certain angles, the coupey shape of it kind of reminds me of just like a bigger Veloster Ed.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with that new little wing at the back.
I could see that.
Yeah. I love it. I love the looks of this. I think I'd probably go yellow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have to go yellow for an Urus.
I know.
Or red. I've seen red Uruses I like.
I've seen green ones too that I kind of like.
But I also kind of like a lower trim Urus, like a regular Urus.
Yeah.
Like I like how the stuff was color matched in the grille and the line across. Like I kind of like the look of that more.
I feel like you could probably customize this if you wanted to.
I don't know. I think when it's Performante, they need you to have the thing to look like that.
With enough money, I feel like anything's possible.
Yeah, but I feel like that regular Urus was more than I could handle anyways.
Yes, I mean it's
fine.
It's too much car for anyone already.
Yeah.
Like this is such a great car. There's just so much of it.
But it's cool that there's different versions. And then like with the new version, the Urus SE, the plug-in hybrid, I personally think I like the looks of this more.
Okay.
But I see why that looks more like future and more modern for an Urus. So before we pick which Urus is our favorite Urus that we are going to buy on tsp.truecar.com. Sorry, I can't say Urus too many times. It's hard.
It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Let's get to the price.
Well, this one is starting at $313,488
Canadian.
And with the paint alone being $18,000 and several different option boxes being ticked, that brings the total to $410,984.
Canadian.
Which is, nearly $500,000.
It has to cost this much.
It does.
That is the hierarchy of stuff. If a regular yellow M3 costs $100,000, a Lamborghini SUV performance model needs to cost 4 times that.
You're not wrong.
That's the rules. So what's it going to be? What's your favorite Urus that you've seen on the road? What spec? What are you buying on tsp.truecar.com when you become a rich real estate agent on Selling Sunset?
Well, I like to buy the cheapest version of everything because I just find that to be fun, and I've always just kind of done that because it's all I could ever
So
really
you're getting
afford.
that one on tsp.truecar.com for
I'm
$150?
getting rock bottom, clean title, but rock bottom cheapest one I can find.
Me and all my boys, we're gonna pool our money together and get a Performante in yellow and just run the show. Make our real estate businesses really pop.
Just get that Google Calendar schedule going.
That TikTok reels are gonna be off the chain.
But to be honest, I think this is a fantastic version of this car, which I expect it to be too stiff,
and
too hardcore, and it's not. So good job, Lamborghini.
A perfect daily driver for rich people who also want to rip super hard and have like a top dog trim.
Exactly.
Do you think this is more top dog than the SE Urus, even though it's not as fast and not hybrid?
Yeah, this is way more.
Yeah.
This is the one.
That's it. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and let us know which Lamborghini you want us to review next.
Yes. I want to drive all of them. There's actually new Lamborghinis coming out now that we haven't driven. There's a Temerario. There's the, what's the other one called? The crazy one.
Revuelto.
Yeah, the
The
Revuelto.
Revuelto is all we're gonna get to drive.
I mean, eventually.
We're not gonna get to drive the Countach. Is that still in production?
No, God, no. That was like very limited.
Man, that would be the dream.
Yeah.
Oh.